Well, this is exciting. My first ever bedtime with Burge, isn't it? I am such a consumer of so much media, whether it is newspapers, magazine articles, social media, TV and all that kind of stuff. But I very rarely comment on much of the stuff I see. I have quite a lot of, I'll call it banter, but it's more boring than that. I have quite a lot of comment and commentary in the office with Claire, who works with me at LTB, and I chat about this stuff in the gym, quite a lot of our members and such like. But I wanted to do some more videos based on this kind of stuff because it's quite interesting how we always see about the media, and there's always like this notion that the media is biased in one way or another about one political party or one concept or idea. And we never really consider, are they putting out a lot of bias about the way in which we should eat, drink, exercise and all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to keep a track on what is written in the papers, especially because that's kind of what I really enjoy. But also if you see articles online that I need to be aware of, or videos and this kind of stuff, I'd love to see it. So we're going to get kicked off, and I've chosen a paper that I've not read in years. The reason being, I wasn't raised in like posh land and in the space of public schoolboys, and therefore I never really had the ability to hold the Telegraph. The Telegraph is massive. I'm a big enough guy. I'm 6'5", but this thing is like twice the height as me. It's mad. And the reason why I chose the Telegraph, I was looking through the front pages, and there is in the top corner, there's a little bit here about Michael Mosely. Now, Michael Mosely is the inventor of the 5-2 diet. If you're unaware of the 5-2 diet, it is largely like most diets where you eat sometimes and don't eat other times. Mad. Crazy how that works. With the idea that over 5 days you kind of eat normal-ish calories, and over 2 days you have vastly reduced calorie intake, which is fine. Like, good idea for some people. And he's now given his input on what to do over Christmas. And over the space of his article, which isn't really particularly very big, he kind of suggests just going to a 6-1 diet. So 6 days of normal-ish Christmas eating with 1 day of vastly reduced calorie intake. He's putting his down to 800 calories. He uses a load of buzzwords buzz phrases like time-restricted eating and flexitarian and all this kind of stuff. But the reality is, what he's suggesting is pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate kind of stuff if you want to be mindful of your weight over Christmas. He does start off really well actually and say, look, first and foremost, Christmas should be about chilling out, inclusivity, spending time with loved ones and that kind of stuff, and don't make food an unnecessary stress. But if you know you're going to be stressed, his advice actually is pretty legit. Like, have 1 day set out in advance where you do reduce your calorie intake significantly just for 1 day. Whether that means you have like 500, 600, 700, 800 calories in one go and then don't eat anything else until the next day, or whether you partition out your calories during the day. It's all much for muchness. Just to have 1 day, if you're stressed about food, to kind of just go really low calorie. But there's another article by somebody who is here. He's got a great name. He's called Dale Pinnock, aka the Medicinal Chef. Apparently he's got a book coming out next year called The Nutrition Bible. What a great name. Dale, firstly, you've got a great name. Second of all, there's too many people that already suggest that nutrition is becoming like religion, especially with particular sections of veganism. We had it with paleo and stuff before as well. And so calling something the Nutrition Bible, Dale, rather you than me, mate. Look, but you've got a great name. You've got a lovely smile. You might get away with it in a place I can't. Now, Dale does mention here, and something I do agree with, I agree with two things in Dale's article. He mentions that he doesn't go to the gym because he loves going to the gym. He goes to the gym because he doesn't want to be fat and he wants to have, he doesn't want to feel knackered, in his words. And that's actually right. And he's realised as he's hit 40 that it's harder to recover, so he can't go into the gym and absolutely blast things. And that's actually really solid advice. And people around the age of 40, now if you're a trainer, and a lot of people following this I know will be trainers, a lot of people, you won't realise, if especially in your mid-20s and you're a trainer, that recovery gets really, really hard. in your 40s, like obviously there's metabolic things that might be going on with that, hormonal things that might be going on with that. But from a lifestyle perspective, individually, a lot of people in their like early 40s and going into the 40s will have kids, like career will be at a crossroads in this juncture whereby their career dreams may be starting to dwindle and the candle might be going on that. So stress and family life, everything changes, man. Everything changes so much. And so if people aren't sleeping particularly well, if people have more pressures on their time than before, these are the real big contributing factors to people like not having the capacity necessarily to recover from exercise like they used to. But he does say, like, he doesn't go to the gym because he loves it. He goes there for the outcome it gives. And that's something that I really agree with. I wish more people wouldn't just cast aside the notion of exercise and think they can diet their way to happiness, because exercise gives you so much. Like, away from weight loss, exercise gives you so much in terms of like improved quality of life, increased quality of life further down the line. It doesn't matter where you are now, there's always exercise that you can do if possible. And he does mention here, look, like, go for more walks, have one biscuit less. Now there's other stuff in Dale's article I don't necessarily, I do disagree with it. For instance, he puts in here about, you know, he doesn't have sugar because it, you know, there's no nutritional value to it, and he only has pineapple or mango because all other fruit bloats him. Like, with things like that, I think it's not dangerous, but it's a missed opportunity to not dive into that in a bit more detail as to what sugars have no nutritional benefit. Why does he feel that all other fruits bloat him? Why not these two? Like, that is something that maybe he covers in his books, but the rest of his article is obviously he's quite a low carb proponent, which a lot of like book publishers in this space are. But taking away his nutrition advice, actually his fitness advice in here is pretty solid. The nutrition advice is typical low carb stuff. You're going to find it everywhere. He eats protein and vegetables, everyone. He eats protein and vegetables. Good job, Dale, with your great name and your risky job title and your risky book titles. And he's got a girlfriend called Tanya and a cat called Nibbles. Great job, Dale. Fucking great job. So overall, my start on this between Dale and Michael has been pretty solid. But I'm not just going to stop there. The reason being is we're all suggestible. We're all consumers of various things. I've literally just been reading about how I should have one day with low calories, and how Dale is a proponent of that low carb lifestyle. Just turned over to this. It's a 1-page, 7'9" advert, a cheese course for dessert lovers. Heston from Waitrose, fig and port cheesecake. Is it a cheese board or is it a cheesecake? What you can tell from this is that it's going to be an awful lot of calories. No matter what I've just read, I'm so suggestible now, all I can think about is having a lot of calories through, you're not going to like this one, Dale Pinnock with your great name. You're not going to like this one because it's got probably quite a lot of sugar in it, it's got quite a lot of fat in it. And therefore, I just wonder, with these articles buried deep down inside, how much impact this is going to have anyway. Like, all I can think about now is having a cheese course. Cheesecake. We're going to look at this in more detail, especially in magazines. Newspapers aren't quite so bad for this, but usually in magazines what you'll find is like how to lose fat in 3 completely non-proven steps, right next to an advert for like a cake that has 1 trillion calories in it. It's like, oh, you really want me to win, I guess. That's us for the first one. I rambled a bit at the end, but I'll get used to doing this soon. Talking into the camera is never going to be the #1 thing I'm good at. So, if you see articles out there in the big wide world that you think I should cover, please let me know them. If you see TV shows that are upcoming, please let me see what they are. I'm not going to be the moral outrage guy. I will always try and find positivity in some of the message, because usually there is somewhere, unless somebody's being outrageously dangerous, which will probably come to them, some of them in time.